killing me, Smalls.
I don't understand it. Like, Joe, what the fuck, man? Like, fuck, Joe. Damn it, Joe. You know what, Joey, Joe. You just don't fucking get it, do you? I understand. You came in through the hip hop thing. I get it. But you're fucking killing me with this shit, all right? Look, we're gonna listen to the disrespect, right? And everybody's gave their 2 cents. It's time for me to give mine. We're gonna listen. We're gonna listen to disrespect, man. Let's do this.
Rapper, only smack rapper that's smack rapper.
Sometimes I say shit I've been saying for years, and the shit just go. You believe Fat Joe said hip hop was Puerto Rican and black? Whoa! My God, the world changed on me, nigga. I'm like, yo!
You know what?
Where you?
Okay, there's so much weird stuff going on because now word on the street is Fat Joe's not even Puerto Rican. They're saying Fat Joe is like some Cuban / something else. You know what I'm saying? Castile. He one of the Castiles. So they saying he not like he's not what you would call American Indian. He don't even have that in him. He's Castile. So this motherfucker is like pure conquistador. That's the rumor on the streets. So for him to be hiding behind Puerto Ricans, that's funny how I paused it with his eye like that. But it's like, for him to be hiding behind Puerto Ricans and not Puerto Ricans, and then stirring up controversy when he's saying Puerto Ricans contributed to hip hop, but you're not even fucking Puerto Rican. So it's like, well, wait a minute. You seem kind of odd anyway, because you ain't even came out, and admitted that shit. Like, yo, I'm not even Puerto Rican. So you kind of vulturing either way. It don't matter. But let's keep it going.
Ben, let's get into that, because I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start by this. Let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists.
How can you say that though? It's very you guys have to listen. Put your big ears on. It's very critical to listen to what Math was saying. Listen.
It's hard for them to understand. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start by this.
Now, what do all these motherfuckers have in common? I'm not going to use that word that Tariq Nasheed used. I'm not calling them tethers. What do all those have in common? Those are all Caribbeans. None of those are from the Rock, Negroes. They're not. See, that's what people don't get. FBA, I'm not really like for, because I feel that Tariq is like a leech on the Aboriginal Indian movement, because this is the hidden color nigga. This was always back to African nigga. And then before then, he was like, making Pimpin' Ain't Easy books, and he claimed they were parodies, but why would you parody that to your community? I don't get it. So I'm not with Tariq Nasheed. He'll always be an agent to me, but what I will say is this. Tariq is talking about people on the Rock. He's not talking about because we have the same skin tone that you are us. No, you're not. You guys didn't make the Negro League. You ain't got shit to do with it. So that's where Fat Joe is like not getting it. He's not getting that the American Negroes are truthfully waking up. They're not Pan-African Negroes. They're not back to African Negroes. No, they know they're from here. They know they have great works here, and they don't care about all these other groups. They want theirs. And like they said, every time they want to claim they shit, everybody want to take it or say that they contributed to it. And it's like it's starting to come out that, you know, we don't really feel that way in the end. And that's really y'all saying that, not us.
Let's start by this.
Each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right. So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say name? We're gonna give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck.
There's too much that just was said. Hold on. Back that up. We gotta back that up.
I mean, who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're gonna give them too much clout.
I mean,
what do you mean too much clout? So, Joe, are you saying that we should not hear from these, you know, FBA, ADOS, underground talking points, even though I ain't talking about them? I'm more for the American Indian Aboriginal push, but that you'll get into that venture when you go that way. So what are you saying? You saying nobody should know who they are, even though you're talking about them?
You're killing me, Smalls.
You just don't make any fucking sense.
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the.
Okay, wait a minute. That's another one. Hold up. Wait. What the fuck? Why did you say authority? Like you don't know what land you're on, and then you said Black Americans. You've already stated it. So by saying authority, you're trying to say like, oh, they feel like they're the only ones that have rights. Joe, let me ask you something. The people of the ghetto, have they got out the ghetto ever since they've been doing this? And if the people of the ghetto are saying that maybe they went a wrong way and they need to reevaluate unity amongst themselves and, you know, collectivify amongst themselves, kind of like you do, you know, with the whole Latin thing, right? You see a problem with this. Because you got in, you got to kick it. Hey, I'm cool with you guys. You're not us, but hey, I want to be cool.
Fuck these broke niggas.
And that's the third one. That's the final what the fuck moment where it's like, wait a minute, hold up. What? So money is what makes your word valid. Even though the whole craft is coming from the have-nots, the people that don't have anything, the thing that you're, you know, claiming you come from. But now it's all about money.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Like,
I'm just keeping it a buck, and that shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, you know, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so
he said a leader. I get that. I get what he's saying, and that's why I say I'm not really like a big Tariq Nasheed head, because I already know his background. See, Fat Joe could easily look up all the flaws in Tariq Nasheed's jacket. So, you know, being FBA is kind of corny, but he kind of jacked the movement of detaching from Africa and the Caribbeans and stating that you are, a Negro American from the rock. It's like he got that from the Abos, from the American Indians. That's where he got that from. He didn't come up with that. That's not his. So he just leached behind the black inventors of America because it was mainly the Aboriginals and the American Indians talking about that. Nobody else was talking about we created ice cream and the flushing toilet and the train and the roller coaster, and nobody was talking that shit. Them Pan Africans damn sure wasn't talking that shit because they always talking about hating whitey. They're about racism. They're about racism and division. The Aboriginals and the American Indians, I would say, are like they're the best historians of this time. They're the best historians of this time, hands down. They've defeated the Pan-Africans, the Egyptologists, the fucking space heads, the biblical heads. They've pretty much murdered all of those zones. Like, bro, there's no area you can go in that the Abos and their American Indians haven't like kicked your ass in already. They've already kind of like I said, I have to give credit where credit's due, and I've always been in the study in many arts. And I gotta say, my brothers, we got it. We got it. There's no other way around it. But he doesn't get where that push is truthfully coming from. He's calling him a leader. He don't even get Tariq Nasheed is not a leader of nobody except the goofies that follow him.
Trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity doop wop. Yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip hop's 50th birthday.
And then who said that? That's another video I gotta make. That's a big conspiracy theory, yo. Who said hip hop comes from New York? Who said that? Like, how can you have something that's everywhere? How can you have something that's in Ohio? It's in LA. It's in I believe in Virginia. It's somewhere down south. I believe it was in Mississippi or Alabama, one or two, or something. The jitterbug, beans and cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans, not cornbread, out of sight. Beans, doctor. Come on, bro. Like, niggas been doing this shit, like, bro. It ain't got shit to do with no fucking New York. It really don't. And when you really start to look at it, who started that shit? Who said hip hop's from New York? Who said DJ Kool Herc is the greatest DJ? Who said, Africa Bambaataa is the godfather of hip hop? Like, who put all these agent tether niggas around? Who put all these African medallions on your neck? Who put all this African shit around you, Indian? Who did this shit? You gotta really look at it and say something to yourself. You gotta what the fuck? How did that happen? How did it go from nobody was calling themselves black, everybody was colored and Negro, to now say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud? For now, some reason you bring in the Brown versus Board of Education, you going into their schools. Now you starting to think like them. You got humility plays they doing. They got you sitting there instead of fighting. You just letting people pour ice cream on you and kick you in your ass all in the street, making you weak, docile, fucking your mental up. They calling you black. You've been reading for years. Dark and stormy night, they were casting into eternal darkness. It's like, who would mind fuck you like that? And then just in the 60s, bro, at the same time, this is when they say hip hop is starting in the late 60s. Then in the same time, they say that these people, like, everybody had a part in this shit. Now, all of a sudden, it's not yours anymore. When you were doing this shit before it had a name, before hip-hop had a name, you were doing it. So that's where, it comes into play, because they'd be like, oh, everybody has rhymes. No. Everybody don't have rhymes over certain type of beats. Everybody didn't chop and mix beats. You know what I'm saying? Like the scratch is like, how you gonna give somebody that? like off the rock. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna give it to somebody off the rock when the scratch is created on the rock, bro? Excuse me. From DJ, like Jamar was saying, DJ King Mario, Flowers. There was countless other people, because before hip hop there's disco, and it's like before disco there's funk. So black DJs have always been around. Don't get it confused. You know what I'm saying? Bumping the table, bro. That's the first scratch. It's like it was an accident. I don't believe the first scratch is in the fucking 60s. I honestly believe the first scratch is with the first record player. Somebody bumped the table. It's like, like, bro, I'm just keeping 100. Just keep it 100. And then that prototype transcended to the scratch. But nah, man, it's not racist. It's called, none of y'all got your motherfucking history like stolen. And now, you know what I'm saying, these American Negroes are starting to look at it like, hey, wait a minute, motherfuckers is jacking us again. It's like it's the same play. People keep making the same move over and over. Just keep jacking us for our shit. And it's like, nah, we just standing on it. Like, nah, this is our shit. And then you got this motherfucker over here. He trying to turn it into some racist stuff. And it's like, nah, that's Tariq. That ain't got nothing to do with what the overall majority of us are saying.
And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates, made up the, let me hear you say, ho, it's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho. So they have a big problem, these guys.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You expect me to believe this shit? What? Because you from the South Bronx? It was your babysitter. Let me hear you say, ho, my babysitters. I'm hip hop, my babysitters.
My brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up the, let me hear you say, ho, it's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho.
He don't even know their names.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It's like everybody knows Fat Joe is an over-exaggerator. He reaches more than a toothbrush, my nigga. He really goes there. Let me hear you say, ho. Like, what the?
So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to.
We might be giving them too much light. Joe, are you tied in? I mean, even though probably in that game you're wide receiving, but what I'm saying, are you tied in? Because you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. If you knew something was big and you didn't want people to catch on to it, you're saying everything you're supposed to say. I shouldn't be giving these people that much light. It's not a big group. Nobody really knows about them. So you don't want it in the limelight. You don't want people to see it. You know, if it's so not true and if it's so unvalid and crazy, why wouldn't you want people to see it? So they could throw it right down to the ground. It'd be like saying that drinking piss can make you fly. That's how crazy it sounds. These motherfuckers are talking about it's only, you know, the American Negro that created hip hop. Nobody else contributed to it. It was all done on American soil. Even though it doesn't sound crazy, but that's what people are arguing. No, everybody contributed to it. And then they keep bringing it to these elements in New York. And it's like, what the hell does breakdancing and some of the other stuff y'all talking about got to do with what we're really talking about? A message of information passing, you know, through rhythmic patterns is like, You gonna say only New Yorkers could do that?
I tell you,
Right.
so there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a loony bin, right?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Dog, what are you talking about, bro? You DITC, all you motherfucking Showbiz AG, all you niggas was hanging out with the fuck each other. What? What? Aren't you in fucking what the fuck video is that? Ain't you in the video with Showbiz and AG and them Fat Pockets? Ain't some of them niggas from Brand Nubian in there? Man,
we just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who he was a legend. He's Brand Nubian,
Right.
and he's the wackest nigga in the crew. Be clear.
the wackest nigga in the crew. I don't have nothing to say to that. That's debatable. That's up for debate because ain't nobody fucking with Pooba. We already know that. Grand out of that mix, like nobody's arguing that. So who is he arguing? He's arguing Lord Jamal and Sadat X. Both have abstract styles. Let's just keep it a buck. Both have abstract styles. Sadat X has more of a voice and more of a how can I say it? He has more of a like spunky cadence. Let's say it like that. His cadence is rough, but it's alive. You know what I'm saying? It's still alive. It's still moving. So I guess, in that sense, and then, this, lyrically, you know what I'm saying? Just shit he was saying. I guess we would say Lord Jamar is like the last MC, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to say it like that, if we're going to talk about MCing in that crew, yeah, he would be the lower MC. He would be the Sun C of the Onyx. You know what I'm saying? Grand Poobah is Sticky Fingers. You know what I'm saying? Sadat X would be, Fresno, and Lord Jamar would be Sun C. You know what I'm saying? That's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? That's just being hip hop honest. So I'll give Joe that one. You know what I'm saying? All right, but that don't mean what he's saying ain't facts, though. That you talking about hip hop. And Joe, you ain't never been dope like that. If it wasn't for all them Ja Rule, Ashanti, J-Lo jump off joints, you'd have never went nowhere. Shut up. Punk always watched you. Every verse, Twins, anything y'all niggas stepped on together, Punk watched you. You know what I'm saying? The only one who could keep up with Punk was Cuban Link and Armageddon. So it's like, I didn't want to hear this shit. It wasn't you. I'll tell you that much. It wasn't you. Nobody asked for you to be on Fantastic Four, Part 1 or 2, motherfucker. It's like, they didn't ask for you to be on the Rough Rider Volume 1. You notice that? The compilation? Who got on there? Punk was on there. Were you on there, Joe? No. Nigga, motherfucker, nobody. Nobody's thinking about Joe. The only reason Fat Joe even got on is because Pun died. If Pun did not die, nobody would never be talking about Joe because Don Cartagena was like lukewarm anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was all right. And nigga, he needed mad help. Johnny Blaze had so many niggas on it. Like, he needed mad help to push that album. And you was fucking with Puffy. You old weird ass nigga. You damn sure getting it for that one.
You're killing me, Smalls.
But now this nigga might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. The world's flat, the this, that, anything to go viral. I just told you.
You too viable with what though? What do you do, like, honestly, besides spit that commercial TV bullshit? You know that's all you do. That's all you have, bro. That's all you want to talk about is what's in the tabloids, bro. You're so commercial. How you street, how you hood, how you represent the block. How? Lord Jamar would more or less be representing the block because he's talking about the points of the neighborhood. See, you not from here, Bucky. You not from here, Bucko. You're not. That's why you don't get the talking points that are going on in the community, bro. What, you think this shit starts with Tariq Nasheed? Who the fuck is Sinetta? Who the fuck is Lord Professor Griff, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Who the fuck is Paris? Chuck D, all these motherfuckers. Bro, you act like this conversation ain't been around. You know what I'm saying? The American Negro. They're the only one. Some people were talking about going to Africa. Some people were talking about militarizing right here. So it's like, it's been split. It's been split in the sense. Some niggas got Fantasy Island trying to, you know what I'm saying, make a worldwide Africa. And some people knew the facts and kept researching it until they found out, wait a minute. Oh, these motherfuckers trying to take over the whole world. They keep trying to put everybody off this land so they can just take it for themselves and then try to make up some history that's not even true. You can't talk about no Bering Strait in 10,000 years ago when you did not exist, paleface. But what you can talk about is when Russia took over Siberia in the 1500s. The late 1500s. And then out of nowhere, we got some paperwork over here where there's some S's like chalked out and some I's put there. Moved over from Siberians to some Indians. So it's like, wait a minute, hold up. Well, how'd that happen? I don't know. It's paper. These motherfuckers didn't say when they came over here, they found documents, they found a bunch of paperwork. They didn't say that. So they gonna claim that they came with paper. Okay, cool. So who's writing these registers on these fucking Canadian papers? Nigga, obviously we're like 16, 17, 1800s. That's what I'm saying. So if Siberia just gets taken over in the late 1500s, nigga, you got some Eskimos up here. These motherfuckers is way up here. How the fuck you gonna claim that they made this shit in Peru, bro? How are you gonna claim that if these niggas never left up here? I see what it looked like, and I see what these motherfuckers look like South America. They don't look like no Eskimos, and the Eskimos don't look like them. So hold up, cuz. Was the motherfucking the conquistadors right when they first came over here and they're like, yo, Negro del Terra, these motherfuckers, El Negro, you know what I'm saying? Copper color. It's like, why were they saying that? Why were they talking more like that? And the white dudes talking more on some Siberia shit? Because I'm like, to tell you the truth, the pyramids are not Siberian. The motherfuckers didn't go no past. They did not go past the Eskimos, bro. They didn't leave. That's what I'm saying. They didn't leave that area. They didn't. There ain't no fucking pyramids over there. And that's also how you know that the reservations is a gimmick, because they dress just like them Siberians. Nigga, that shit's a joke. That's why you on that reservation. You ain't in these court cases. You ain't being persecuted in the streets. You're not going through no problems. They literally put you behind your own made-up law. So you motherfuckers are just stuck over there. But still in modern times, still watching TV, still got police force, still driving cars, still got malls. Bruh, they just subjugated you over there because they don't want people talking to you, because the real American Indian told you, like, hey, you's a fake-ass Siberian, bro. You ain't from here. You ain't building there, not a state over here, bro. You ain't got nothing to do with the We Two's nothing. Motherfucker, you passed up all the woodland shit. You passed up all the plain shit. You passed up all the Mississippian shit. You ain't got nothing to do with none of this. And you damn sure ain't got nothing to do with none of the shit south of the border, because they clearly said Negro del Terra. I'm just making a point. He's one of these Hollywood puppets. He always been, because he really, like, he's not a like super MC like that. Like, he's one of them people that just snuck in the game. Nobody can lie. Fat Joe and Diddy are similar in the fact that they used artists. That motherfucker used Pun. Pun family was arguing about money for years. Fat Joe ain't never did right. So at the end of the day, why would I expect him to do right in this conversation? Especially when it's pushing more towards him out the door.
I think we in the information era, and some people
Oh
just
yeah, and that's another thing. Yo, this nigga here, math.
You're killing me, Smalls.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm just the middleman. I'm just negotiating. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. All I'm saying is, son, you ain't got nothing to say. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't got nothing to say. And people say because you a tether too, though. So I'll be damned.
they see so many paths, they decide to pick one, and some of them ain't the most popular ones. So, you know, they just
But what I'm trying to tell you is that this opinion comes from a tribe.
right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. You know, there's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics.
Who
there's
said that though? Who said that, frog face? Who the fuck said that, frog face? Nobody said people hate, bruh. There's literally channels like, cause he has to be talking about Tariq. He has to be talking about Tariq because there's other people that let other people on their panel, other race, all different types of shit. Debate them, everything. So I don't, like I said, man, if there was a way to be a agent to the game, but fucking up at the same time because you still exposing the narrative, this motherfucker is it.
radical Puerto Ricans,
Right.
this, you know, this radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of in-house racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up and you can't even move around.
Right.
You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them. So they fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been in my hood? Do you know where I'm from?
Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Rewind. Hold up.
These guys don't like nobody but them. So they fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been in my hood?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Have you been to your hood, motherfucker? When's the last time you went to your hood, nigga?
Do you know where I'm from? You know, we did my brother's funerals. More black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here. All the legends I know, when I go to the legendary shit, they're all black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I sit there with them and I'm like, and they don't believe it. They don't understand. They don't understand like that talk.
But then that's when niggas keep it real though. Like, and this is on some real G shit. You guys were followers. Hold up. It's not disrespectful, it's honest truth. Y'all are Great Ball of Fire. Y'all Jerry Lee Lewis's. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was going into the hood parties where black people was at, and y'all was copying the style because you was feeling the style, and then you was taking it back home, and your people was calling you fucking, you know what I'm saying, nigger wannabes. You know what I'm saying? You black wannabe, you black wars. Like, yo, we don't do that shit. And then you forgot that. You forgot that part. You know what I'm saying? You only contributed because you was tagging along. You wanted to be down. You know what I'm saying? So after I teach you a move, you try to throw in a little extra move. You like, see, that's good. I'm like, you know what? That's actually not that bad. Yeah, I put that in the routine. Yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you like, yo, see, contributed. And it's like, you only contributed, son, because I opened the door. Like, you know what I mean? I could have rejected you from the jump. Like, go back on your block. Go back to your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But that's not our type people. We ain't never been like that. You know what I'm saying? How did everybody get in here? How did the Conquistador get in here? How did fucking Paleface get in here? How the fuck does everybody get in here? Still to this day, how does everybody befriend the black people, but they use the black people, the fucking Arab, the fucking Hindu, the fucking Asian dude? It's like, how does it happen? I don't know. Maybe we're a certain type group. But maybe we're a little too nice. Joe, I get what you're saying. In the beginning, you know what I'm saying, the Puerto Ricans and all that stuff. But nah, hold up.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I told you, this shit goes all the way back to the early 1900s, bro. We've always been rhyming. This shit is before you, yo.
They're like, yo, what the fuck is this about? Like, they're confused. The Pioneers, the Grandmaster Flashes, the Cool Hercs, the Melly.
Who the fuck said they was fucking? All right, look. Who the fuck said that they was like, you know, historians or something, or who said they had the Ethernet? Let's say that. That's the thing that people also got to get. Yo, y'all not from the Ethernet time, son. Y'all didn't even know how to really use dial-up like that. Motherfuckers wasn't doing that shit. You from the streets, you niggas wasn't doing that. Okay, this is the smartphone era, son. Everybody got a computer in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? And imagine if you got a computer in your pocket and you smoking a blunt, and you're a vast thinker. You're already a deep thinker, and then you're on a historical trip. But no, you on a narrative point when you go on history. You're not just like, you know, white people just, oh, I just want to learn about the Ephesians for a little bit. No. You like, yo, boom, 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 leading the boom. Wait a minute. And then you start getting into paperwork and you checking out files, and it's like you got it all right there. It's easy access. So when you got these old heads coming out right now, like, oh, the grandmasters don't even know what's going on. It's like, of course they don't, nigga. They didn't have the Ethernet. Duh. Why would I think that they would know? And that's why you sitting there looking goofy as hell, not knowing what's going on. But remember, you're supposed to be from the street. That's what I'm telling you. That's the scariest part about all this shit. These are supposed to be the street dudes. And they don't know about this discussion. Lord Jamar is crazy. Y'all ain't heard of Dane Calloway yet? You ain't heard of none of this stuff yet. You ain't heard of, even Sinetta has had debates with this type of commentary. So it's like, y'all from the streets, y'all in the streets. Shit, y'all from the 80s. Y'all claim all this God body shit. Y'all don't know nothing about this? Nothing? And then Lord Jamar being on that science, you would think that maybe his science would have advanced. You know what I'm saying? He was with it first. You wasn't teaching nothing. So that's wild. No, that's not. That's,
You're killing me, Smalls.
this guy's ridiculous. Like
emails and this, they're like, yo, we don't know what the fuck these people talking about. Because they on Twitter and they doing a little something, but I don't know what the fuck these people doing. Like, they're confused. They fucked with the wrong nigga. That's the problem. Fat Joe, the wrong one.
wrong nigga. Joe, you're not a nigga. That's what we're finding out. We're finding out you're not even Puerto Rican, cuz. So no, you're not a nigga. What the fuck? Like, what the hell is going on? Okay, this is some real weird shit. Okay, so you're not really Puerto Rican. And so you're Cuban and something else. Like I said, the Castiles. You know what I'm saying? You're from the Castiles. They say your hair's real shaggy, like Scooby-Doo shag. You know what I'm saying? But not the fro type. Nah, laid back like the wet dog. So, you know, you got colored eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people, conquistadors and you know what I'm saying, paleface, they both are considered Europeans. So it's like Castile, man, you know, it could truthfully be no spot, blemish, or inkling of what they call African or American Indian in you. You could purely be conquistador. You really could. And for that,
You're killing me, Smalls.
He always been the wrong one. He the Achilles of the shit. He gonna come out with that. So you remember Achilles? They wait for the nigga. They look. Is he coming out? Is he coming out? Achilles run out. With fuck to him. They got him about the tent. This nigga.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Stop buying.
Like, yo, this is the wrong nigga. He don't care. He ain't scared of nobody. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. He got his own money. Fuck you gonna do to me?
Right.
Man, I heard Papoose beat you up. I ain't gonna lie. I heard Pat Booth beat you up. But you know, you and 50 made up, but 50 would have beat you up. Like, what?
Like you fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You best leave me alone. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. I remember when battle rap was you have a rap battle, it was a certain way. That is like lawsuits when you lose.
No, you gotta stop.
Yo, man, bottom line is this. Joe was never like a super great rapper, right? He never was. He never really was. But this is not even about rap. This is what he got to understand. We're on we realized Africa Bambaataa was throwing up the devil horns and shit back in the 80s, like when he first started. You got the Hassan Campbell situation, but no, then you got other old heads. I've showed you the clip. They ended up taking it down. I guess the brothers from the Bronx didn't really want me to, take that cut and leave it there. And I respect that. Excuse me. But, the brother from the Spade said it. He's like, what y'all act like y'all ain't know about Bam? Y'all ain't know what Bam was doing? So, okay. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Then there's stories about him, getting arrested out of country for touching little boys. And then he got stabbed by a little dude after, Okay. So why you got all these wild criminals and stuff? Like, maybe it's deeper than just poverty. Maybe they were doing horrendous things because they were like little boys that had been tampered with and was lost in these, jail cells called projects. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, the sky's the limit, but, most niggas don't even make it to see tomorrow. So it's like, who knows? But what I do know is this. That ain't got nothing to do with hip hop, period. Right? It was made here. It was. And if we want to talk about contributing, if we really wanted to do that, bro, you would have to give like contributors to every instrument player. Like if you want to go basic like that, then everything contributed. Then like, no. What we're saying is just like jazz, just like blues, just like rock and roll, just like country and soul, just like all these American forms of music, my G, the champs did it. Like we did it. That's why I keep telling people that we have to be the American Indians. We do, because we're the only people that are from a place that was supposedly 2 continents, but is really 1. We're the only people from a place that supposedly were supposed to not be able to read and they're dumb, but they've made some of the most prolific patents of all time. Some of the most prolific patents and prototypes of all time on Earth is credited to the American Negro by the white man himself. You just got to look up the right archives. Just look up the golden years of American industrial industry or inventions. They're going to put the American Negro top dog above all other minorities on Earth. Trust me. All the rhythmic patterns. Pretty much today, the whole world is justing off of the rhythmic patterns of America. Most people are. Other countries have their own music, but they have their own version of American music too. They have their own version of rock and roll, their own version of funk, their own version of pop, jazz, blues. Like, I'm not lying to you. Like, some Arabic music, they got some Arabic what do I want to say? Like jazz. Trust me, they got some cool stuff, man. Like I'm trying to tell you. Japan too, China too, London too, Italy too, New Zealand. Man, there's great music everywhere. But I'm saying these rhythmic patterns that came from America, now everybody want to get a touch in it. Everybody want to get peace in it. Well, we want our piece in it, seeing how we created the piece. So, it's not that what Joe is saying didn't happen. Yeah, man, and that shit is dope. There's so many other Puerto Rican MCs. There's so many Puerto Rican MCs that y'all like that you didn't even know was Puerto Rican. They look black, but you didn't even know. Yeah, this is a Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? And I mean before Noriega, like real shit. There's a gang of them. Like there's a gang of them. You be like, damn, I didn't even know that. But if you're not from the rock and you're not from the turf, you can't claim to be an originator of it. And that's what we're saying. I don't even know why we just started there. I think we should take it all back. I think we should take style back, slang back, all that. Like, yo, hold on. We're going to have to find out who did it first. Who did it first? And a lot of stuff, y'all can't even catch up to us because a lot of our brothers outdid y'all in the 50s. Like, real talk with the perms and a lot of stuff we did years ago. Like, brothers didn't, man, just super innovative. So when it comes to the music, like I told you, beans and cornbread. Like, just take it back in the day. Just take it back in the day. But Joe, yo, at the end of it all, we're done with the video, but still.
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right. I'm sick of this shit, okay? You need to go read. You need to go read and understand why the American Negroes is frustrated. They got every damn right to be. The American Indians are frustrated. The Aboriginals are frustrated. The goddamn the lost black people are frustrated. All right, we're sick of this shit. All right, we're tired of people jacking stuff. All right, the shit gets old. I love how this motherfucking new addition to StreamYard look, because now my shit look like a fucking record. That's kind of dope. But yo, man, we're tired of this. All right, step your fucking knowledge up. Get your shit correct. Stop bullshitting. Stop bullshitting. Stop coming out here bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? You be catching niggas off guard like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Get your shit right. Stop knocking the true knowledge out here. Gone. Goes.